All right, welcome to Thursday's lesson. This is the last video lesson for this week. Tomorrow we'll have a review. Before we get started though, I thought I'd start off today by sharing my nacho recipe. I make great nachos, and the key ingredient when you make your own nachos is
We interrupt this lesson for today's important lesson objective. We interrupt this lesson for today's important lesson objective.
as long as you follow those directions, you too will have amazing nachos. But let's get started with today's lesson. We're going to be working with multiplication, and this time working with 2 digits on our multiplication bottom here. So let's start with our first example, 34 times 12. Again, I'm going to pretend like this as if this 1 wasn't here at all. And I'm going to do my 4 times 2 first. So 4 times 2, I get an answer of 8. So I can put that right down on my bottom. Then I'm going to do 2 times 3. 2 times 3, I get an answer of 6. So that 6 comes right over here. The next step we have to do is we're working with the next line, and it isn't really so much as 34 times 1. It's going to be 34 times 10, because this is in the tens place. So since this is in the tens place, I'm going to take a 0 and put it underneath my next line. So if I take 1 times 4, I get an answer of 4. So that 4 is going to come right over here. And then I'm going to do 1 times 3, which I get an answer of 3. So I'm going to take that 3 and put that over on the end. And you'd think we're done, but we're actually not. From here, we need to add these two numbers together. So if I add 8 and 0, I get an answer of 8. If I add 6 and 4, I get 10. So I'm going to write that out here. The 0 is going to come down, and I'm going to carry the 1 up on top. And then I can do 1 plus 3 to get an answer of 4. So I have 408. One more example, but before I do that, time for another bad joke. All right, today's bad joke. Why did the astronaut not want to come home to his wife? He just needed the space. That was okay, I think. All right, so same type of problem as before. I'm going to start with my 4 times 1, and I get an answer of 4. So I'm just going to put that right down below. And then I'm going to do 1 times 2, which I get an answer of 2. Put that down. No regrouping so far. This is nice. I'm on my second line, which means I need to start with a 0 over here because I'm not just multiplying by 2. Since it's in the tens place, it's actually a 20. So I can take 2 times 4. I get an answer of 8. Put that down. And then do 2 times the 2. I get an answer of 4. And as I said for the last example, we're not done now. I'm going to put my line across, and I have to add these two answers together. So 4 plus 0, I get an answer of 4. 2 plus 8, I have my 10, so the 0 comes down underneath, and my 1 goes to the line up above, so I have 1 plus 4, I get an answer of 5, and 504 is my final answer. So why don't you now try one on your own? So give it a try. All right, so 44 times 12. All right, so 44 times 12, let's try that one. I'm going to start off by doing my 2 times 4, and I get an answer of 8. I then have 2 times 4 again. I also get an answer of 8. If you got different answers, you'd be doing something seriously wrong. Since I'm now on my second column here, I'm working with the tens. I'm going to put a 0 down on the bottom, and I can do 1 times 4 to get an answer of 4, and then 1 times 4 again to get another answer of 4. And now when I go to add these together, 8 plus 0, I get an answer of 8. 8 plus 4, I get an answer of 12. So the 2 comes on the bottom, 1 comes up. 1 plus 4, I get an answer of 5. And 528 is your answer. On to the second type of example, and we only have 2 different types of examples for today's lesson, since this part may get a little lengthy. So I'm starting off with 468 minus 89. So now the only difference between these types of problems is that I have a number in the hundreds column, a digit in the hundreds column. So I'm going to start off the same way. Blue first. I'm going to do 9 times 8 first. 9 times 8, I get an answer of 72. So I'm going to take my 2 and I'm going to put that down on the bottom, and the 7 comes up on top. I'm then going to do 9 times 6, which I get an answer of 54. So I'll put that 54 over here. So the 4 is going to come down on the bottom. Oh, no, I'm making mistakes here. So I do have a 54, but I forgot I need to add that 7 to it. So 54 plus my 7, 4 plus 7, again, the answer of 11. 1 goes on the bottom, the other 1 goes up on top, and I get an answer of 61. 1 plus 5, 6. So I'm going to take the 1 here, and I'm going to put that, not there, I'm going to put that right here, and the 6 is going to come up on top here. So erase this mark there. I then can do 9 times 4, which I get an answer of 36, but I need to add the 6 I had from before. So I'm going to put that 6 right over here. And now 6 plus 6, I get an answer of 12. So I bring the 2 and the 1. 1 plus 3, I get an answer of 4. So I can take 42 and put it down 2 and 4. So that covers my first 468 times 9. Now I need to do it by the 8. So I'm going to start off with this 8 over here. And since this is in my tens column, I need to start off with that 0 again. And I'm going to do 8 times 8, and I get an answer of 64. So the 4 comes down over here. And then I need to have a 6 in this column right over here. So I can get rid of the 7. I'm all done with it. So I have the 6. I can then do 8 times 6, and I get an answer of 48. But I need to add to it this 6 from before. So I'll put that down over here. 8 and 6, I get an answer of 14. So 4 comes down, 1 on top. 1 plus 4 is 5. So now I could take this 4 and put it over on the bottom. And the 5 comes up over in place of the 6 here. The last step I have to do is 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. And then I need to add to it the 5 I had from before. So when I do that, I have 2 plus 5. I get an answer of 7. 3 comes down, 37. So I can bring a 7 over here, and then a 3. And now I'm all set to add these together. 2 plus 0, I have an answer of 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 4 is 6. 4 plus 7 is 11, so the 1 comes down, the other 1 comes up on top. 1 plus 3 is an answer of 4. And then I'm going to put commas in this, although when you're putting your answers in Schoology, you don't need the commas. I'm going to come over 1, 2, 3, comma. So I have an answer of 41,652. All right, so there's one more example I'll go over with you, but before that, time for another bad joke. All right. What did the blanket say as it fell off the bed? Oh, sheet. Wow. A risque for the jokes here. All right. Not cursing here. Don't endorse cursing. Sheet, like what you sleep with. All right. So next example I'll cover with you. I have 445 times 39. I'm going to start by using the 9. So I'm going to do 9 times 5 to get an answer of 45. So I'll put down my 45 over here. I'm going to bring the 5 down to the bottom. And I'm going to carry my 4 up over the next 4. I have 9 times 4 is 36. And I have to add to it the 4 from before. So when I add these, 6 plus 4 is 0. Carry my 1. 1 and 3 is 4, and I get an answer of 40. So I'm going to take the 0 and put it down under here, and I have to carry the 4 up on top. And now I have 9 times 4 again, which is also 36. And I'm going to add to it 4 again. What are the odds? And 36 plus 4 is going to be 40. So I can take this 40 and put it right down underneath. I now need to work with the 3, so I'm going to do that one over in red. I'm going to start with not multiplying 3 times 5 yet because I still have to put down this 0 underneath. Don't want to forget that step. 3 times 5, I get an answer of 15. So I can bring the 5 down, and I'm going to carry that 1 just above right here. So I'll cross that 4 out, put a 1. I can then do 3 times 4, which I get an answer of 12. plus that 1 from before, and I end up with 13. So the 3 is going to come down over here. The 1 comes up to replace this 4. And now I can do 3 times 4, which I get an answer of 12 again. Plus 1 again is also 13 again. So now I can take the 13 and bring that down right below. So the last step to do in solving this is to add these two numbers together. So let's see, I have 5 and 0, giving me an answer of 5. 0 and 5 gives me an answer of 5. 0 and 3 is 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 comes down. So I have 17,355. So lastly, I'd like you to try one more example on your own. This is that one, so why don't you give that one a try. All right, and we're back. Let's start with my 7 times 7. So 7 times 7 is 49. So I'm going to take the 9 and bring that down to the bottom. 4 is going to come up on top. And then can do 7 times 7 again, still going to get 49, but this time I have to add to it the 4 from before. 9 plus 4 together is going to be 13. 1 plus 4 is going to be 5. So I have 53, so the 3 can come down. 5 is going to go right up over here. And now I can do 7 times 5. So 7 times 5 is getting the answer of 35. But I have to add to it the 5 from before. So 35 plus 5. 5 and 5 is 0. Carry the 1. 5 and 5 is 10. Carry the 0. Oh my god, 5 plus 5 is 10. Put down the 0, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. For 40, so 40 can come right over here. Next, multiplying 5s. Before I can do that, since this is in the tens column, I have to start with a 0 over here. So 5 times 7, I get an answer of 35. So the 5 is going to come down, and 3 comes over in our first place. 5 times 7 is still 35, but this time I have to add to it the 3 from before. 5 and 3 is 8. 3 plus nothing is still 3. So the 38 is going to come down over here, and the 3 has to come over up above. And lastly, I can do 5 times 5 to get an answer of 25, plus my 3 from right over here. 5 plus 3, get an answer of 8. 2 plus nothing is 2, so 28 can come down over here. So lastly, I can just add these together. 9 and 0 is 9. 3 plus 5 is 8. 0 plus 8 is 8. 4 plus 8 is 12. 2 comes down, 1 up on top. 1 plus 2 is 3. 32,889. So only 2 different types of problems. These ones are going to be a little bit lengthier, which is why I did not have a third type of problem for you guys to work on. To prove that you watched today's video, today's secret word is going to be small. S-M-A-L-L, small. Put that in and you'll have credit for it. By now you should know when my office hours are. If you're having any questions or any concerns or any difficulties with these problems, please stop on by. If not, then tomorrow you have the review, and then back for the weekend. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.